All right. Welcome back, Wayward Souls at the Double Tap In, episode 49. Woohoo!
One away from the 50 mark. Holy shit.
The big 5-0.
The big 5-0. Damn.
Which, if you're counting, that's 25 weeks of shows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would not have bet on it.
Say that again. You were kind of frozen.
I would not have bet on. Of course, I had no expectations either.
Yeah.
About how long this would go or how far it would go and all this, and this has flown by.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah,
it really has.
Yeah, it's nice now that random people, I can't say random because I know them all, but come up to you and talk about the podcast. Well, that'll be that's a great topic for a podcast. This is that, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. A lot of fun. So, I think this episode, and we're going to try and stick with it because it's hard not to.
Yeah, this is a cooking related episode, so we should be able to stay on track fairly well.
Kind of.
Maybe.
But this is all things bacon wrapped, right?
All things bacon wrapped. Yeah.
Just take a minute. Flavor Jets at 140.
We just discussed you doing your meatloaf, which if you go back and look on our Instagram, it's there.
Yeah.
And when you said that, and I said, "Did you wrap it in bacon?" Man, sometimes it can be a pain in the butt. Sometimes it can be absolutely delicious and worth the juice is worth the squeeze sometimes to wrap stuff in bacon. But there's some tricks. And one of the tricks that I'm starting to employ now is I am par baking my bacon.
Mm-hmm.
If I know I'm going to be using it as a wrap or something like that, I will par cook it and get it going good and then wrap it on what I'm doing, because that way the cook time for bacon, the cook time for what your main course is might be different. Yeah. And I'm finding that when I do wrap stuff, I do like my bacon a little bit on the crispy side, not that that rubber stuff, which I'm still not going to complain about it, but I do better when it has a little bit of crisp to it. So food for thought, when you're thinking about doing wrap stuff, try to compare your cook times with the cook time of your bacon. And that way you can get the consistency of the bacon that you want. Like with my figs, bacon takes 30, 35 minutes to bake. A fig takes about 8. So you see the difference. Yeah. In the previous episode when we were talking about me doing the figs, and the first time used prosciutto, which is fine because it's very, very thin. It cooks real quick. Yeah, so I'm going to do it with bacon. Well, that's when I ended up having to take just a little teeny tiny wedge of bacon and putting on top of it. And that has to do with cook time. Yeah. And I pre-cooked the bacon and threw it on there because I knew that in the 8 minutes to cook the figs, that bacon wasn't going to get done. And I'm just not down on eating nearly raw bacon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad idea for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. It tastes okay.
Unless you're Kermit the Frog.
Poor Kermit.
Yeah.
Smells like bacon.
Have you done the bacon lattice? Like where you kind of weave it in and out?
Yep. Sure did. Did on meatloaf.
Okay. How'd that turn out?
A novelty. I mean, it's, you do the same, you can lay it across the top and it's easier to cut. It's easier to get. So I did it. It's beautiful. It looked really good on the meatloaf. It was visually appealing. When it came time to slicing that shit, I destroyed the meatloaf under it because it was So what I did after that was I just laid the slices long way across. Each slice of bacon was a slice of meatloaf.
Yep.
So there was no cutting the meatloaf and baking at the same time. There was none of that. And it made my opinion, made a better on plate presentation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, you don't like, that's just too much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, even if you did like a pork tenderloin and you're going to wrap that in bacon, like, just,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. And let's face it, even after you cook a piece of bacon, it shrivels up a little bit like a cold dick. So why not just use a slice, and then every slice you get a full slice of bacon? It's a win-win.
Yeah. Have you had the problem, maybe, and probably early in your cooking with bacon, where we did I think we did a pork tenderloin wrapped in bacon, and we put it like on a pan, and that underside doesn't get cooked.
Correct.
So something to think about was when you're doing that, you want to make sure you have it up so that air can get around it and that those drippings can get off of it.
Yep.
Otherwise,
you have nice bacon on top, and you got that soggy raw shit on the bottom.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We did. So those little mini meatloafs on to kind of avoid that same kind of thing on a grate as well. So yeah. How do you keep it from your meatloaf from sticking into the grate?
I don't do anything. I'm just sitting here thinking. I make the ball and I lay it on there, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
I really don't lose that much.
Yeah.
Now, some of it sticks, but it's not like the whole thing falls apart on the grate or anything like that. So, and I don't know if that's just my mix is a little firmer, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. The mix that I had was pretty soft.
Okay.
It was a new mix that I had used and tried, and it was good. Like, I liked it. But I'll try something with a little less milk maybe, and give that a go.
The only liquid that I put in mine is it's a shot of Worcestershire. It's a little bit of ketchup and the egg. And usually I use ground mustard, so that's not even adding to the content of the moisture. So
okay, yeah, this was.
Well, remember we discussed powdered milk earlier too. I mean, well, that doesn't soak into the milk or into the bread, so that kind of defeats the purpose. But
yeah. So this, if you guys are listening, we're talking about meatloaves, and you have a good recipe, let us know. But this one, it was the first time I've done this, where you take your milk and you mix it with your breadcrumbs before you mix it with your meat. And they swell and they absorb that milk. When you dump them in, it helps it incorporate better. So that was pretty cool. They said to do that, and I was like, well, this is fucking dumb. And then I dumped it in with the rest of the meat, and I was like, well, that's pretty fucking cool. So, and like I said, I think it made it a little softer. So when I went to pull it off that grate, it had sunk into it. Yeah, but still really good, very good.
How my mind works. I saw immediately the grate and the meatloaf going through the grate, and my mind went exactly to something that I had done in my freezer. I took an ice bag.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Took an ice bag that had thawed out, and I just chunked it into the freezer. Well, somehow it had gotten between the edge of the wire and the edge of the freezer. There's a gap, and it went down in here and like it pooled. So the bottom of the ice bag is now large and swollen, and it's not coming out.
No,
it's going to be there, and it's a frost-free freezer, so I don't have a reason to unplug it and defrost it. And so fuck it, it's just kind of there,
Yeah. Oh well, you're gonna lose. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, exactly right. All right.
Yeah.
Back on track. So, do you remember sending the cinnamon rolls that you deconstruct and put the bacon on the inside of the roll and roll it back up and bake it?
Maybe.
Yeah. And for the folks who are new to the show, it's almost like a constant thing between several of us. We're sending food related shit, text message, Instagram, Facebook, several different platforms. So we get confused really quick about certain things that we're talking about because we see it. Oh my God. I have to go back and look through our messages and then, whoop, nope, wrong form. Go to the next one. Anyhow, one of them was cinnamon rolls. They deconstruct them, unroll them, put a strip of bacon in it, roll it back up, and cook it as instructed, or whatever the instructions say. I think you'd have to go a little bit longer on the time than what does the fat do. But either way, I'd fuck with it at least once.
Yeah. Is this it? No, you sent me this. I sent it to you, right? I remember it.
I think you sent it to me.
Come on. You can do it.
That's what she said. Come on, little fella.
Yeah, right. Come on. Come on now. All right, I give up.
And again, it might be one of those novelty things, It might be really good. It might just be because it has a cool factor. It's bacon and cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. I like the one, and I sent it to Rachel, and she saw it. And the one where they do it like upside down. So it's, I think it was the butter in the bottom, and then like brown sugar, and then they put the cinnamon rolls in. And this is the video where the guy takes his gloves off and puts it on the cinnamon rolls. And we were both like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yep, I do.
When it's done, they take it out, they flip it onto a plate. It's like cinnamon upside down roll. So I don't know.
Yeah. The only thing that concerned me with the bacon and the cinnamon roll was I'd have to cook them elevated. Because if not, the bottom of that pan is going to be nothing but. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going to be good because you got some fat to dab up, but it seems to me that with that raw dough and that bacon fat rolling out of it, that might not make for a good bite.
Yeah. Oh, the one that I was just talking about, the butter, brown sugar, and then they did some pecans, crunched them up, put those on there, and then the cinnamon rolls, and then his dirty gloves on top.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. That's what turned me off. That was the gloves tossed on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
You know what did just come through as I'm looking back through our messages? The spliglizzi.
Yep.
That will absolutely wreck your toilet. Ask me how I know. Where the heck is it? Oh, I don't know. Anyway.
Off the rails again.
Yeah. So I think one of my favorite things, and this is from being a kid, was my parents would make bacon wrapped water chestnuts, and then they'll take brown sugar, ketchup, and they'll make their own like little barbecue sauce. So you par cook the bacon in half strips. You take whole water chestnuts, wrap them, and then stick a toothpick through them, and then you bake them to finish the bacon. And then the last couple minutes, you just put a little of this barbecue sauce on them to get them tacky like your ribs.
Yeah.
And those things, whoo, those are good.
Sounds it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the texture. I've always liked the texture of a water chestnut anyway.
Mm-hmm. And like that crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are right tasty.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. And I don't know how it works out, but it seems to be one of those little cans of water chestnuts and a half a pound of bacon. So when you cut your pound of bacon in half, it's like one side. Seemed to, like, the couple times I've done it, that it seems like it's worked out that way both times.
Yeah, I never would have thought to do that.
Yeah, those are real good.
Yeah, we talked about the fig before. A lot of times, the goat cheese fig wrapped in bacon is done with bacon.
Yeah.
You're not going to go wrong.
Yeah, we did at the firehouse a couple of years ago. We started bacon wrapped asparagus.
Yeah, do that too.
And then come back with a little. I think we've used Parmesan. We've used blue cheese. We've used all kinds of cheese on top, and it's just. But again, the problem though is that you got to get them up off the sheet pan. So.
Yep, that you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best investment I made was their stainless steel racks, and they fit inside of a half a sheet pan. And perfect fit. You line your pan with whatever you want, drop that on top of it, easy clean up. Can't beat that with a stick. Actually, you can't beat it with a stick. You just.
But why?
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Now I'm sitting there running through my mind with what I want to do for dinner, and it's probably going to involve bacon now just because of this.
Yeah, I think we were talking about having burgers, so we're probably going to have some bacon cheeseburgers.
Yep. And Jeff Coates has been doing a thing where he takes a shrimp and a piece of like andouille, kielbasa, whatever, spears it, throws it on the grill, half wrap in bacon.
Yep.
Just to add a little touch of goodness, a little kiss to everything. And he cooks his on his grill, so you really don't have to pre-cook that, especially going on the grill. It'll go pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, why not?
Yeah. Something easy. And then I like the thing that you said, and of course my mind's spinning is doing all this. You get almost done, start dipping it in your barbecue sauce and glazing it over.
Yep.
Might be dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. Not going to be bad.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Take much to grab some shrimp. Give me some scrimps. Of course, I have to get double what I want because I eat half of it while I'm prepping dinner. Yeah, it's shrimp. I got to try it,
Yeah.
Quality control.
Let's see what's on sale. This is my favorite. One of my favorite things when we're at work, they're like, what do you want to do for dinner? Let's find out what's on sale first.
Yep.
Like, let's either go look or let's look at the sheets.
Yep.
Right. And see what we're doing. Let's see. And usually there's some shrimp on there for sale.
That whenever I have a brain cramp about what I want to do for dinner, that's one of the best idea makers you can have is looking on your little coupon thing or just picking up the flyer and just start looking because you'll find something that'll jog a memory. And
oh shit, 16 to 20 count, 16-ounce bag frozen raw shrimp, BOGO. So buy one get one.
Yeah.
So,
damn.
The old jumbo shrimpies.
Yeah, that might be might warrant a trip.
Yeah.
Get a couple bags, put some in the freezer, hold on to for a little bit. So speaking of the raw, go ahead.
I was going to say while we're talking bacon, they've been having a lot of pork belly in Food Lion lately, and I know I think Murray messaged us just the other day. He picked up a whole bunch of pork belly, and that guy makes a ton of bacon, like just a ton of it. And I've done it a couple times, and I gotta be honest, Like it's good, but
But
I can just go buy it and it's just as good. And it's not like all the work and the time that it takes to do it. So good on you, Murray, for doing it. But
yep.
yeah.
Hey, you've done it. You know what
Yeah.
it entails. You know the flavor differences. And you know the cost difference.
Yeah. I
So
think if I had a
what
vacuum
works for you.
sealer, if I had a vacuum sealer and a slicer, I'd be more into it because then I can slice them. I can put them in like little individual baggies, seal them, freeze them, and oh, Harper wants some bacon. Here we go, bang, done. But it's just kind of a pain because right now the slices are inconsistent. I don't like extra thick bacon. Like it's just,
Yep.
yeah,
And if
I
I'm going to
struggle.
do it, I'm going to do a bunch of it at a time because if I'm going to clean my slicer, I'm going to make it worth my
Yeah,
time because that
yeah,
slicer's pain in the ass to clean.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah, it sucks.
yeah,
So I can do $4.99 a pound for a true pound for the Food Line brand, and it's just as good for what I'm using it for as the $6.99 a pound. So
yeah. Or
or
you go to
more.
Sam's Club. Yeah, go to Sam's Club and get theirs, and it's 3 pounds for like $15. So the same as the Food Line. Like
Yep.
I can't make bacon for that price.
That's right. No, you're right.
You know,
You're 100%
like you
right.
can't do it. It doesn't make sense.
Have you gotten the Hormel pre-cooked? Feel better?
Yeah, I got it. I'm sitting on a wood chair. I don't know why, but today it's
Blame the chair.
yeah. It's well, I know why. It's because I'm old and fat. Like that's why. So
Yeah, so Hormel does pre-cooked bacon, and they
Mhm.
come in a pound or 5 pounds, I think, big ass bag. And I'd never used them before, but for vacation, Rob and Beth Price, that's what one of the things that they want that they bring, and she's got it down to a science, man. She gets 3 slices of bacon. It's 39 seconds in the microwave, and I dare you to put baked bacon, fresh baked bacon versus the Hormel pre-cooked. Put them side by side. You can't tell the difference.
wow.
So talk about convenient. Yeah. Yeah. She said that's her breakfast in the morning, for school days.
Uh-huh.
Grabs
Wow.
that 39 seconds in the microwave, add whatever the hell you want to it, and
Off she goes.
off you go.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not going to complain about it.
No.
Pre-cooked bacon. The hard part I have is walking by the refrigerator, not getting 3 slices every 20 minutes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
It's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the deer killing son. He killed a deer last night, so I'm sure he's going to relive his story. He's been after a deer for 3 years, and he finally connected last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, did a good job. He named the deer Lucky because for the past 2 years he's not been able to get in a position where he can kill it. So
Uh-huh.
he keeps saying the son bitch is lucky this time. He's lucky again. He's lucky this way. He ain't, his luck ran out
He's
last
not
night.
yeah, done.
Yeah. So
Very
good,
nice.
good for him. He did well.
Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah.
they just had the hurricane down south. He gets
Mhm.
in. He was a little upset because his deer blind is completely fucked.
Yeah.
So he ended up gathering it up and making a makeshift blind out of it, and still hunting the same spot with a makeshift hurricane ravaged deer blind. So, but it worked. That's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen some of the videos of Asheville and like the places that were absolutely destroyed?
Yes, I have.
Holy cow.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah. That is insane, the amount of damage.
Yep.
And the videos of like the water just coming out of nowhere.
Nowhere. Yep.
Yeah.
Have you heard the law enforcement? I don't know if it was law enforcement or fire transmissions when the dam was getting ready to break.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's the the guys are working and they're having dispatch call their family and tell them that the dam's getting ready to break. They're doing all they can do. Da 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 da. You know, you get the high ground. Tell them I love them. Kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's you're put in a situation like that. There's no. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And heart goes out to them for sure.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yep.
No, I didn't hear about. I just saw something where they said that one of the dams is like they're not worried about it collapsing or being broken down anymore. So, but yeah, like there's like they're on the videos I've seen. Like these people are on a porch. They come around the side of their house and they're looking, and like you just see the water start, and it doesn't stop, and it washes. He's like, the guy's like, it just washed my car away.
Yep.
Like, motherfucker, give it a minute. It's going to wash your house away. Like, you need to move.
Yep. Is that the same one where the guy goes, we're going to have to get in the attic?
Like, that's a terrible. It may be. I didn't watch.
They're in the garage. They're outside. You see the water coming. Then they retreat to the garage.
No, a different one. This was like they were on like a porch. It was like a big wraparound porch.
Okay.
And
I've seen some videos. It's kind of hard to keep them all straight.
Yeah, and get to the attic. Like, are you fucking serious?
Yep. Yeah, what are you going to do then?
Yeah. Yeah, drown.
Yeah, once you're in there, you're in there.
Yeah.
Most people don't have enough common sense to kick a vent gable out and, or gable vent and be able to get to the roof or at least drop down, do something. But yeah, it was, as I said, the shit was coming hard. You can see the one guy, he looks up and there's nothing. Next thing you know, here comes the 4 foot of water coming screaming down over the hill, down the street. Yeah, it was crazy. And that's the one where the guy said, there goes my car.
Yeah, it's nuts. Absolutely nuts. And like if you look at Google Maps, like there's no way in, around, through, out of Asheville, North Carolina.
Nope.
And everything is absolutely decimated there. So terrible.
No power, no communication, none of it.
Yeah. How about the was it Tennessee hospital?
Yeah.
Where they rescued Virginia helicopters rescued like 45 to 50 people off the roof.
Yep, off the roof. Yep.
Yeah.
Saw that yesterday.
That's insane. Yeah. Holy cow.
Yep.
My goodness.
Flash flooding is no joke. You don't have an appreciation until you see it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen two incidents. One was in York, and the other one was right out here on 113. So flash flood is no joke. You go from zero to I'm in deep shit really, really, really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I was working Friday night and we had Oceans Calling, and we knew we were going to be busy because Oceans Calling.
Yeah.
And then we had the rain and the storm come through, and we had gone upstairs, like again, anticipating we're going to be busy. We'd gone up to lay down, come down for a fire alarm. I don't even remember what time it was, and pull out 15th Street, and we're looking like, holy cow, like this is insane. One, the number of people that were out at, I guess it was 11:30 midnight, and leaving the concert. It was like 10 o'clock on the 4th of July on a Saturday
with knee-deep water.
And it's pouring rain. So we start going up to this call, and like Ocean City is known to flood on the south end, known to flood on the north end, and like standing water on St. Louis and all that kind of stuff up to a certain point. I have never seen this much water between 15th Street and 55th Street. It was insane. Up over the curb in the parking lots. It was insane. I was like, I looked over at the lieutenant. I was like, sir, I'd go faster, but I don't feel comfortable. He's like, nope, you're fine. Like, we'll get there when we get there. It's probably not on fire. Luckily it wasn't, but.
And then you don't be responsible for your wake either.
Yeah. 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 Like the number of cars that we passed, and us being in a bigger vehicle, I tried to stay
Yeah.
in a little deeper water, so those cars had a place to go. But then the dipshits, the one time that they should pull, like normally they should pull right. The one time that they should pull left, and they still go right into the deep
drain.
water. Like, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Whatever.
I saw a lot of video of the crowd. I saw a lot of video of the water. And
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. And all those people you see, like, did any of them look happy? Like they were having a great time? No. None that we saw leaving.
Yeah. They
Walking
looked
anywhere.
wet.
Yeah, they looked wet. And they
Stuff
looked
I saw from the concert when the people were actually playing, yeah, they looked happy.
Oh, yeah.
But it's that point after that is make you reconsider your life choices.
Yeah.
Especially when you have 55,000 people and you're trying to navigate or even find your bicycle that you've chained up somewhere in Ocean City.
Yeah. Yeah. And apparently the travel plan went to hell in a handbasket. They just didn't have enough buses to get people out of there. So,
yep.
It's what it is.
So. Nothing you can do about that. So what's your opinion on them shutting down the tram for the rest of the year?
I would be surprised if the trams ever come back.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. Like, we get, and this is probably the same since you worked there. Like, you'll get a couple each summer where they run over their foot or something like that.
Yep.
Something like this. That's there's no words to describe what that is.
Correct.
You know, like someone that had, like, there's a 3, almost 4-year-old that lives here and a 7-month-old. Like, I couldn't even imagine.
Nope.
And
nope, not at all.
Yeah. So I was not surprised to hear that they're not coming back this summer. And like I said, I'd be surprised if they ever come back at all.
Yep.
And I think that the lack of the trams contributed to some of the frustrations that the people had with getting out of the concert, because that's one other mode of transportation to get, at this point, at least 28 blocks north, to get out of the footprint. But
I read once what the tram ridership was, and I kind of went, that really doesn't seem like a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got thinking about it. I don't know how many run at a time, and I don't know how many people they hold.
Yeah.
Personally, I've never ridden on a tram.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
And so I got thinking about that. And we get back to, we've said it before about things being a novelty. And is that just a novelty? That people say, yeah, I rode the tram from here to here. Is it really a form of transportation that people use on a regular and consistent basis to warrant it staying? Or is it just something tourists did every year because their parents did it back in the 40s? I don't know.
Yeah. I think someone had told me how much they make off of the tram every year. But I can't remember the number now. And like I said, after the incident that happened, like you can't put a price on it.
That's correct.
Yeah. So
yeah. Is it maybe an inconvenience for, I don't know, handicap, older? I don't know. Not to have it?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
But like I'm going back, and I don't recall. I recall a serious injury, but I don't recall a fatality.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, some of our 15 listeners may have better information than I have, or better memory than what I have. But getting a foot run over, getting bumped, something like that. Yeah, that happened for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Over the years, a lot. But
yeah.
I don't recall a fatality.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they got some thinking to do and whatnot. And yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it never comes back.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, we can't end on that topic. Like that's just
Yeah, too depressing.
can't do that. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. So I think we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to
Bacon.
go to the store anyway. But I think we're gonna do bacon burgers.
Nice.
You know what we could do? Ooh, tell me, have you done this before? The breakfast burger. So some bacon and egg on your burger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You a Are you a Scrapple fan?
I'll eat it every
Okay.
like the mood will hit me every once in a while to get some, but it's not a staple in my breakfast. Yeah.
So I've done Scrapple, egg, cheese, bacon on a burger,
Oh my.
and it's tasty. It seems
Yeah.
like overkill, and again, it's a novelty kind of thing, but
Yeah.
sometimes that's what you need in life.
Yeah. I bet that
Or
I bet that hits a special way, like after a long night the night before.
yes,
Yeah, that should be on a brunch menu somewhere.
it should be.
Yeah.
Maybe you should create it.
Yeah. Mm.
The blacksmith is what the first Scrapple burger I had was from the blacksmith here in Berlin,
Okay.
and they slapped an egg and piece of Scrapple on it, and I said, "Well, I can do better than that. I need bacon because bacon.
It doesn't take much. Yeah.
Why not?"
Yeah. Yeah. We're fans of the blacksmith. Rachel really likes it because of their vegetarian menu. And even some of the stuff on that, I think it's the eggplant stack. That shit is legit. Like I don't know what's all in it, but it is good. Holy cow, that's good.
I know they have it, but I've not had it.
I would argue that you should give it a try.
The my go-to there is their house burger,
Mm-hmm.
and their house burger is just good. And when they were running the burger special on Thursday and Wednesday or Thursday night, whatever it was, we got a half price on that, and you got $1 off a draft beer. It was burger and beer night. You couldn't go wrong.
Why not? Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, do you remember that giant pork butt that I sent you?
Yeah.
16 pounds of pork butt. Coming to find out, when I took it out of the wrap, there was actually 2 pork butts in there. It even said 1 piece on the label.
Yeah.
I was like, that makes more sense.
Yes, it does.
So,
Yes, it does. But I've never
Yeah.
seen a 2-pack from Food Line.
well, like I said, I don't think they knew what they had because it was labeled as 1 piece. So, I don't know if that's how they got it. But you could kind of like when you looked at it, I was like, that looks
Got
like
a,
that's, yeah.
it's got a seam in the middle.
Yeah. And then I thought opened it up today and it's on the smoker right now. I was like, that's 2 pieces. So we're doing Dukes as my binder. And then I got one with the bang and board dust and one with, I think it's white lightning and double garlic and butter or something like that.
Oh, damn.
So
What are you doing this for?
this is for, so Rachel's brother was killed in a car accident in 2018. And after that, the family set up a foundation for him.
I saw
And
that.
they've gone from giving out, I think the first year they did 1 or 2 scholarships. Now they're giving out, I think they did one the first year. Now they're giving out 3 scholarships to high school students. I think from the high school, I think you had to go to Northwest High School in Montgomery County. And it's for whatever continuing education that you want. But every year around the anniversary of his passing, they do a butterfly release. And I think from the beginning, I was like, hey, we're going to have a bunch of people. If it's okay, I'll just cook, I'll smoke some food. I'll bring some food up and Like it's one less thing you guys have to worry about. So since then, that's what I've done. So that's what these are. We'll they're on the smoker right now, and then we'll go up. We'll either go up the night of the 2nd, or we'll go up like the day of the 3rd, and then the event is October 5th, I believe. So wonderful event. They, a bunch of people come down. They get butterflies. I think they're monarch butterflies, the golden, like orange butterflies. There's a park that was dedicated to them in their neighborhood. Have a little gathering down there, release the butterflies, and then a bunch of people come back to the house and just hang out, chat, and get to catch up and see people. Really, really great event, and it's also one of the fundraisers that they do for the foundation. And so yeah, it's
good.
It's always a sad time of year. It's like these last 3 months are always rough for the family and for us, but what the foundation is doing is fantastic. So
good.
Yeah.
Good. Make a little positive out of a tragedy, that's for sure.
Yeah. I tell you, the things that the money that the foundation has given out for scholarships has been fantastic. So
good.
That's pretty cool to see.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
And they're going to eat well.
Well, I'm going to eat well. I don't know. I know I'm going to like it.
Right?
Yeah. So
yeah, I've got some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to have to break out the bigger lang and do a little cooking on it. Make sure I still remember how.
Yeah. You mean the big little lang?
The big little lang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord Lang Jr.
Yeah. So
see how that goes.
Yeah. So all right. Well, we've successfully navigated the rest of this show. So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you have something that you want to contribute, like a meatloaf recipe or something that you wrapped in bacon that is just fantastic, shoot it to us. Let us know, and we can get that on the show and talk about that too. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.